guys, and welcome back to my channel. So you guys know that I love a good thrift and a good thrift flip and giving life to new pieces. So I have recently discovered that I have items in my home that I don't like anymore, or I don't use, or just they're not serving the purpose that I need them to anymore. So I thought that it would be fun to do a series on upcycling items that I already own and transforming them into new pieces. So if you're into that, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. If you're new here, I'm Noelle. Welcome. I make new videos like this every single week on home decor, DIY home decor, and making your home look high-end on a budget. So if you like that kind of thing, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and go ahead and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. So in our little dining breakfast nook area, I actually, a couple months ago, took down the light fixture that we had in there. So we've been without a light in our little dining nook, which I'll show you guys. And I just need something to fill in the space. So I'm going to be taking this basket, and I picked up this basket from Target a couple of years ago, and we are going to turn this into a light fixture. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do to get this basket ready to turn into a light fixture is remove these little handles, because obviously you don't have a handle on your light fixture. So I'm just going to use these pliers and try to bend this loop so that I can slip it off. Ow. Now that my hands are like broken from pushing all of those, we can move on to the next step. So I have this fabric, and it's actually drop cloth, but like I said, I was using this for a little play fort for my boys that they don't use. So basically, I'm just gonna lay this on the ground, and then we're gonna trace out the fabric that we need for our light fixture. To get the right size for this fabric, I'm using this basket, and I'm just gonna make a template by rolling it along the fabric and tracing as I roll. This way the fabric curves with the curve of the basket. Then we can cut along that line that we drew. Now I'm tracing a line along the bottom side of the basket so that we can have that measurement as well. But whenever I went to cut it, it was looking way too narrow to me, so then I spent a while trying to figure out how to get the right distance to cover the whole top and also get the fabric to lay flat. So I just cut off a couple inches of the excess fabric so it wouldn't be in the way, and then I cut a straight line on one end to make a straight hem later. Okay, so I'm having kind of a hard time figuring out how to get the fabric to lay flat over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the little hole for the top to see if maybe that will help me figure out how to cut the fabric right. So I bought this pendant light thing from Amazon, and so it comes in a oil bronze, but I read on the reviews that it's more black, and it definitely is. So we're gonna be using this so that we can connect it to the hardwired light in the ceiling and not have to have like a cord or something. So I'm just going to use this to determine how big the hole needs to be. So see, it's just like a softer black, so it's not really a bronze. So we're going to be putting this on the top like that, so I'm just gonna cut out my little hole. I've got these wire cutters, so hopefully this is strong enough to cut through this metal. Oh yeah. Let's try to wrap this fabric around again. So I am really struggling to figure out how to get this fabric to lay flat over top of this and not have like crinkly pleats at the top just because it's rounded. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is cut off the top of this and find another way for the pendant part to stay in place and make it more like, what are they called? Drum, like a really big drum shade. Sorry, it just got kind of dark outside. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to cut it to where it looks more like a drum shade instead of like a rounded top situation, because trying to get the fabric to lay flat is just not happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this and see if we can get the fabric to lay flat. Okay, so this fabric is working a lot better now with the shape of this basket. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and go around the line that I previously drew for the top and go just a little bit higher to give myself a little bit of room to fold over, and go ahead and cut that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start applying this fabric to the basket frame, and I'm just gonna start on one side so that it's nice and taut and I can pull on it and it'll stay in place. And then I'm just gonna come back to the top after I get all the sides done and go around and tuck it and make sure that it looks nice and smooth. I'm using some Gorilla Hot Glue sticks, and these work really well on fabric to just really grip it and keep it from moving all around.
So I'm just working in small sections around the bottom side first. And once I get to the end, I'm folding the fabric over and gluing it down so that I can hem it and get a good clean finish. Now I'm working on the top side of the light, and I'm just gonna pull this fabric down around the edge that I cut, and it's kind of like raw, so it grips the fabric and holds it in place so that I can go around and glue it down.
So we got it all covered and I think it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna have to go over it with a steamer just to smooth out all of the wrinkles and stuff. But right now I've got to put something in here so that we can put this little light thing on it. So I have this lampshade, and inside it has this little like circle thing. So I was thinking, it's not gonna work. Dang, I should have tried this before I filmed it. Dang, I was really hoping that this would be able to fit through the hole. I'm running into a lot of challenges on this little upcycle. So what if this little piece that we cut out, what if I can put it back in? No, I can't. What if I get some wire and connect it through some of these holes to the inside of here, and then that will secure this in place, and I can put this through that hole that we cut out earlier. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and get some wire gauge to do that. So I've got my wire. This is just a 26 gauge wire, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna be strong enough to hold it up. So I'm just going to loop this around, and I'm gonna do one on the other side as well. So now I'm gonna try to connect this on the inside so that we can have it held up. And I'm actually just gonna use this lampshade to hold it in place.
To attach this, I'm just looping the wire through one of the holes and twisting it around itself, and then cutting off the excess. And I'm going to add 3 more of these wires evenly around the inside of the shade to hold this piece in place.
So now, whenever I lift this up, you can't see it, but it's in there, and we have our little hole to put this part through. Now I'm just going to go through and clean up the inside a little bit. So to finish it off, I'm just going to go in with my steamer and get all of these little wrinkles out, and it'll be ready to hang.
And that finishes off this basket upcycle.
So I hope that you guys enjoyed this upcycle video of items that I already own. If you did, make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments below so that I know to keep making these kinds of videos for you guys. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.